Hello everyone, today I have a black and purple acrylic set for you done on a client. So I've already prepped her nails, filed them all down thin, and used bonder and dehydrator. To start, I'm using GLAM and GLITS Surf. This is a matte purple with no sparkle added in it. It is a medium opaquency. Opaquency? Is that even a word? I don't know. But it's not completely transparent, it's not completely opaque. So I've had to file down the color as far as I could to get down far enough that it wouldn't show through. So I'm just applying a little bit down at the cuticle area and fading it towards the tip with my number 10 brush from Ugly Duckling. I'm going to let the purple dry a little bit on her pinky before adding the black to fade up and do the same thing on her thumb. I place the colored acrylic a little bit further back and then gently push it up towards her cuticle to try to create a nice, even and smooth cuticle area. And then I just drag it down the nail. Sorry, my camera's being a little bit shaky, so I had to cut some parts out. I need to work on that or attach it to something other than my desk. Please bear with me while I make these changes. I also had the camera again on the wrong setting, so I'm going to be definitely making sure I get that right. But as I said in my earlier video, that I will not be getting rid of any footage because 31 days of videos is a lot and it took me a long time to film and edit these, so I'm not getting rid of anything right now. For the black, I'm using GLAM and GLITS Black Lace. This one is a solid black with a tiny bit of shimmer in it. It just makes it a little bit easier to work with when fading. Shimmery colors work better than solid colors, so I chose this one and it gives it just a little bit touch of glitter and shimmer. I place the acrylic down with the very tip of my brush and pat it into place, and then I flip my brush upside down after wiping off some of the monomer and pull it towards the cuticle area. I do it this way to blend the colors together and make sure that the purple is a little bit drier so that I don't accidentally pull off any purple, making it more work for yourself. So that's why I applied the pinky first, then the thumb, back to the pinky, back to the thumb. This way it just works for me. I'm doing her ring finger completely solid purple because I'm adding some crystals on this one. This client wanted Halloween nails, but her taste is a little bit more subtle, so we went with something a little bit prettier for a Halloween design, as in purple and a little bit of spiderwebs, just a touch of Halloween, nothing too much. GLAM and GLITS acrylics are best worked with wetter than dry, and you can use any monomer you want, so here I'm just using Envy brand from Art's Desire. For her middle fingers, I am also adding purple. This one will have a textured spiderweb on top. So again, I just put the acrylic down and push it towards the cuticle gently, and then I drag the color down the nail with my brush. If you make any mistakes, wipe it off with a dry brush and just apply as thin, and you can build it up if you need to. You can see here the red poking through from her last set, so I'm applying more in order to try to cover that, and applying it at the tip and fading it back up the way I did the ombre before. For the pointer finger, I chose a black. This one's Glitter Heaven Australia's holographic black, and I'm just placing it the same way I do in the other nails. This one has pre-mixed with acrylic, so it's a little bit easier to work with than a loose glitter. I'm just applying it further back from the cuticle, pushing it up with my brush, and gently and carefully pulling the color down towards the tip with the belly of my brush and the tip of my brush. Try not to remove too much color and being super gentle. As you can see, maybe this is some problems people are having applying too aggressively. I just very gently and very carefully pat it into place and move it around very, very softly with my brush. So now I'm just encapsulating all these nails the way I always do, placing the clear down, pushing it towards the cuticle, and gently, with minimal pressure, pulling it down towards the tip. You want to try to not create any air bubbles, especially if you have these solid colors underneath. It shows super badly if you do, not so much with glitter. So I'm just trying to make it wet enough that it pulls down nicely, but not too wet that it runs around. Again, I'm still using my number 10 brush from Ugly Duckling, and the clear I'm using here is Envy brand from Arts Desire. Demonstrating here, another way to avoid air bubbles is to do smaller sections of your clear acrylic. I'm just finished filing these nails the way I always do with a cone carbide. I go around the cuticle area and the tip and the sidewalls, and I carefully and gently with minimal pressure just debulk these nails before hand filing. With my hand file, I start at the sidewalls and I'm filing them into a taper. And then I'm going up and down at her tip to make a nice sharp edge. And then I go over the whole nail with the hand file to buff it, sort of to get rid of any scratches. And then I'm going to go back over this with a white buffing block. Make sure you score the edges of your buffing blocks. These are extremely sharp and I use a new one per person. So score your edges so that you don't cut your client's cuticle, because that would really hurt. So you're just going to buff over this whole nail until you get rid of as many scratches as you possibly can. And then I dust it off with a dust brush and then see if I have any more scratches, and I keep buffing and buffing and buffing until they're all gone. I spray the nail with 99% alcohol and wipe it with a lint-free wipe. Now to decorate. I'm just applying some crystals on her ring fingers and her thumbs on both hands. Now I'm applying top coat. This is a shiny no wipe top coat from Ugly Duckling Nails, and I'm just applying this on all the nails, and then I will add my spiderweb on top of it. Don't get top coat on your crystals or you will ruin the shine if these are genuine Swarovski, so I'm just applying around them and not on top. After the top coat is fully cured, I'm just taking a small liner brush and some black gel paint and drawing a spider web, and this does not have to be perfect. I did not want a perfect, clean, crisp spider web, so I just kind of winged it with like a messy spider web look because that's what I was going for. I noticed adding only 2 lines for the spider web didn't look right, so I added a 3rd. I'm just dumping some clear acrylic on top of that. It gives it a textured look, so you're just gonna dump that on top of this gel and then you're going to give that a full cure. And here is the finished result. Some subtle and pretty Halloween nails. I hope you guys like this easy design. Let me know what you're being for Halloween in the comments section. Don't forget to share, like, comment, and subscribe. Keep your nails long and your glitter strong. Mwah!